What's up, guys? Coach George, ChampCom Boxing Academy, the mecca of boxing in Orange County. Bringing you another lesson, focusing on the boxing fundamentals, still going over offense. We're going over the uppercut and body hooks. All right, so let's go and get started. So let's start with the lead uppercut. Now, since I'm orthodox, right-handed, my lead uppercut is gonna be the left hand. If I'm southpaw, it's gonna be my right hand. Okay. So from the orthodox stance, when I throw the lead uppercut, it does require a load up similar to the left hook. Now, when you throw a left hook, which was the other video, you load up this way. You rotate horizontally like a bob to the left. For the uppercut, you want to dip. And the reason why it's different, see, for the hook is going to come horizontally. Uppercut is going to come up the middle. So you want to dip down, load up, get wet on that front leg. And then what you do is you extend it, or you push your hip forward and you slide the forearm off the rib cage while keeping that chin tucked in by the shoulder. So let me show you again. So from your stance, you dip down, you get your head off the midline, off the center line, and then push the hip forward, lean back, and rotate the shoulders, like so. Keep the chin tucked in. Let me show you from the side. So you dip and extend. Dip and extend. Okay, I'll show you the other side. Dip down, boom, right there. Okay? Now, when you're throwing the rear uppercut, or the backhand, how they say in the UK, it doesn't require a load up. You're already loaded up fine from this position. So all you do is you push the hip forward and slide the forearm off the rib cage, making sure to punch up the middle, palm facing you, and then keeping your chin tucked in by the shoulder, like so. So let me show you again. From the guard, you push the hip forward, boom, and then slide off the forearm off the rib cage. Now, when it comes to the foot, I personally like to rotate the foot when I extend the hip, when I push the hip forward. You don't have to twist the foot, but I do want the heel to at least come up a little bit off the floor to get that hip extension, because that's what's going to give you power off your shots, is extending the hip right there. So, boom, right there. Right there. That's the rear uppercut. So, let's go over the body hooks now. So, the body hooks, the way we teach them is more like a shovel hook. We do teach other variations of body hooks, but that's a later video. When it comes to the shovel hook, it's the exact same mechanics as the uppercut. Only thing that changes is the target. So instead of trying to punch my opponent in the chin, I'm gonna punch them in the stomach. So it's the same thing, same load up, except for the body hooks. I do like to bend the knees a little bit more, get me a little bit lower. But same idea, I push the hip forward, slide the forearm off the rib cage, and then kind of lean back with it. Kind of rotate with it. Here, boom, right there. Let me show you from the side. Dip down and extend. Here and extend. Okay, for the lead body hook. For the rear body hook, or the backhand, same thing. This one I like to do get a little short. I kind of lean to the right, bend my knees. But same idea like the uppercut. I push the hip forward, slide the forearm off the rib cage, and then finish with the palms facing up or facing me right here. Dig in, boom, right there. Boom, right there, okay? Now, some mistakes that people do when throwing the uppercut is obviously, dropping the other hand. So if I'm throwing the lead one, doing this right here, wide open for a counter. So make sure you keep that hand up by either your chin, cheek, or temple. Anywhere in this area is fine, is acceptable. And then also make sure you keep your chin tucked in on the other shoulder. So you're here, boom, not doing this right here. Same thing with the other side, is doing this right there. That's very common when throwing the rear uppercut, is seeing this happen. You can eat a nasty right hook or straight right down the middle if you're throwing your uppercuts like this. So make sure you keep this hand up. I like to keep it by the temple right here when I'm throwing the rear uppercut right there. What other mistakes people make?
People throwing up at an angle.
Oh yeah. Throwing uppercuts at an angle like so. It's better to slide it off the rib cage. It's much harder to see coming up the middle like so, and you're actually gonna get a lot more power if you keep your elbow or your arm close to the body right before it's time to release. So when you're throwing it, you don't want to go here. You'll lose a lot of that power. You want all that power to transfer into your fist, like you can knock out your opponent. So make sure you keep it nice and tucked in right before it's time to release. So let me show you from the side. Dip, boom, right there, and then release. What are mistakes people make?
Dropping your hand on the load up, just like the left hook.
Oh yeah, so on the load up, when you dip, you don't want to dip down and do this. No, none of that hand drop.
Dropping your hand too far.
Yeah, so all you gotta do is from the chin, you dip down, and then from my chin, boom, release the punch right there. Dip, boom, right there. Okay. Another thing I want to add though is when you're throwing your uppercuts, you do want to shift your weight, similar to like a bob or a hook. So for example, the lead one. When I throw the lead one, I do the load up, which I dip down. I bring weight to that front foot, and then when I throw it, I want to shift weight back to that back foot. Same thing when I'm throwing the rear uppercut. Most of this weight is here on this front foot, and then I do push, as I am pushing this weight forward, some of that weight is going to transfer onto that lead foot right here. Boom, right there when I lean back. Not too much, not like a right hook where you do transfer all that weight to that lead foot. The rear uppercut, you still want most of that weight on that back foot, but not entirely. So you do shift a little bit. It is a slight weight distribution, but nothing dramatic, because you still want to be able to lean back on that uppercut to avoid any shots going down the middle right here. What else? Yeah, I guess that's it. So cool. Those are your uppercuts and body hooks. Woo!